TacoLePaco people, it's been 2 years and I know you've missed me. So I could have come back and made a bill to be popular and relevant to all masses, but I don't feel like doing that. So let's talk wrestling. Wrestling is way too long to talk about. There are also many versions, the most popular ones being folk style, Greco-Roman, and freestyle. Folk style being the vanilla of wrestling at first glance. You can do ground moves, win by points, or by a pin, which is how most normales would think wrestling is like. But then you see Greco-Roman and you can't even grab below the belt. Might as well be boxing. Any takedowns have to be upper body also. So just die from them or something, I don't know. That or just make them trip and then you pin them. You also don't leave the circle or else you're out of bounds. Kind of like that one SpongeBob episode. SpongeBob, I'm not getting in that dumb circle. Now freestyle. To describe freestyles, yeah, slam 'em. Now that's wrestling styles. The history of it's cool too. It is the world's oldest sport and has been in the Olympics since ancient Greece. There's this guy even that won 6 Olympic Games in a row. But then he got his hand stuck in a tree and got eaten by lions. Happens. Let's not forget that wrestling is also a very American or very Russian sport. Alexander Karelin in particular winning gold 3 times. Didn't get that 4th one though. And Dan Gable using his inner American powers to win that gold medal without losing a point. Reminds me of that one time I robbed a bank running casualties. What? You thought something was gonna happen? Like I said, there's no casualties. Oh my god! I should leave my respects in some formal way. So why am I talking about it? So back in 2021, I had just gone back into professional wrestling and I thought, wow, I forgot how cool sweaty men can be. So I started daydreaming about wrestling sweaty hot men that day. Like we all do when we, find out about a cool job. So I started my research and then I discovered amateur wrestling. So I started thinking, damn, does the school of TacoLePaco have this as a sport? Boom, it did. Boom, I got into it. And boom. Anyways, this is how I went in and this is how I went out. If you say it's clickbait, your daddy left you. Moving on. So this is how Taco's wrestling season went. So first thing I learned is that wrestling was hard. Way too hard. Though not as hard as getting into America. Apparently, as I found out later, wrestling is voted as the hardest school sport. And I, TacoLePaco, had never done a sport. So TacoLePaco had, as Puerto Ricans may say, un "ay puñeta" moment. I go in and Coach already knows what to expect from me. Which is failure. I instantly stand out for being slow and then I never leave junior varsity. But this doesn't stop Taco from rising up and working hard. So it wasn't all bad. Though some things that were bad was live wrestling for more than a minute, cutting weight cause for cutting you have to starve yourself, and I, TacoLePaco, was pretty sad about that. And wearing singlets, which was very tight and very uncomfortable. But either way, TacoLePaco with his fellow teammates, now friends, worked hard, winning some matches, losing others. But either way, that never stopped the TacoLePaco Warriors from working hard and winning the undefeated division championships. And then, we lost districts. But nonetheless, this wrestling season had intensity. It had me wondering if I was gonna die after doing back-to-back sprints. This season gave me the fear of conditioning, the love for granola bars, and many memories. Also, the locker room was gay as hell. So yeah, I'll definitely be back next year. So wrestling is a growing sport. After a pandemic, it has come back stronger. Having guys like Spencer Lee leading the college wrestling, or Gabriel Stevenson doing his cool flips in the Olympics. To this taco with limbs, I see a great future ahead. This sport has truly made me and many others happier and tougher, that's for sure. Also more gay. So if you're thinking of doing amateur wrestling, the taco approves. First video back. Not expected, but I try my best. So remember, never eat a burrito, always eat a taco. That's all. Adios. Wait, where's Burrito?